Some of my favorite cards in Pokemon's history are the Level X cards. I remember the nostalgia from cracking into those booster packs and ripping open and pulling out a Level X card. I bought a few booster boxes back in the day, over a decade ago, of Pokemon Platinum Supreme Victors, hunting for that Charizard, and I actually did pull it out of my very first booster box that I purchased. Unfortunately, I fell on hard times and I ended up selling my entire Level X collection, so I'm very nostalgic towards this, and I'm really trying to buy back my entire old collection of Level X cards. You're gonna see that further in later videos throughout the channel. I'll go back and I'll have random buys for those Level X cards. Before I do that, I wanted to go over some prices for the most expensive Level X Pokemon cards from every single Level X set. Now, most of them are up, but there are some that are actually down in price. But overall, the market for Level X cards is very strong, even during a bear market for the Pokemon and other trading card games. Let's take a look at these Level X Pokemon prices. Okay, the first card we're going to look at today here is the Shaman Level X. Now, this is a beautiful card. There's two different versions. This is the most expensive one from Platinum, the original base set Platinum. Now, 3 months ago it was about $35, and it looks like it's just been climbing up some stairs to get to $44.76, making that a 28% increase in price. Now, the most expensive card from Rising Rivals for the Level X cards is Luxray Level X. Now, this one's actually dropped. It had a massive dip in June, but then has actually recovered a bit. It started off at about $36.29 in May, and now it's sitting at $33.08, making it a drop of 9%. Now, the Infernape Level X here from Rising Rivals is currently sitting at $89.89 for its market price. And 3 months ago, in May, it was $52.74, making that a 71% increase in price. Now, the Level X Charizard, my favorite Level X card, the one that I have the most nostalgic memories of. I love this card from Supreme Victors. Now, 3 months ago, it was sitting at $136.50, still pretty high, but it's actually risen to $142.50, making an increase of 4.5% over the last 3 months. Now, I'm going to show you another card from Supreme Victors because I feel like it's not fair just showing you the Charizard, because of course Charizard in most sets is going to eventually be the most expensive card. So I'll show you the second most expensive card from Supreme Victors, and that is Rayquaza Level X right here. Now, 3 months ago in May, it was $60.50, and it's actually risen all the way up to $75.60, making it a 25% increase in its price. Next up, Gengar Level X, another card that I actually remember pulling out of a few booster packs. Now, Arceus, this is a great set, one of the best sets for Level X cards. Now, 3 months ago, this card was sitting at $64.17, and it was pretty flat for the whole month of May. Then in June, it actually popped up to about $66.78, dropped back down. Then it's come pretty close to its highs in the past 3 months, sitting at $66.56, making it an increase of 3.2%. And I'm going to show you the second most expensive card from Arceus because the set's name is Arceus. I have to show you the Level X Arceus here. Now, this is Arceus 9.5. Now, this card's actually dropped. 3 months ago, sitting at $28.71, dropped all the way down to $27.78 in June, and now it's leveled off at about $28.18, making that a decrease of 1.8%. Next up is Stormfront's Raichu Level X, another card that I remember pulling out of a booster pack. I love this card so much, and to be honest, I may buy this card. This price, it's pretty tempting. Something as iconic as Raichu, obviously the evolution to the most popular Pokemon of all time. Pikachu, I guess you could say Charizard and Pikachu. It's pretty much like a tie in my opinion. So we have $44.48 in May 3 months ago. And then it looks like it's stabilized at $44.67 for quite some time, then dropped all the way down to $43.70, making it a decrease of 1.8%. But one of the reasons why it's actually been pretty stable for a long time is there's not a lot of sold copies. You know, these Level X cards are very, very rare, and a lot of people love them, and they just aren't willing to sell them, especially when the price is not that lucrative, right? Like, why would you sell if you love your card when the price is going down? And that seems to be the case with a lot of these Level X cards. Next up here is Mewtwo Level X from Legends Awaken. Now, this card is actually up, though it's not up as much as it could be. It was higher in June. Now, I'll show you that in a second. It started at $100, dropped all the way down in May to $50.34, mostly because of people selling copies that are not near mint, that actually really does affect the market price on TCG Player. So something you gotta take into consideration, especially when you're looking at older cards. Then it popped up all the way to $125 for its all-time high for the past 3 months, and then now is settling at $105, making an increase of 5%. Next up here is perhaps the most expensive out of any of the Level X cards, and that is Leafeon Level X from Majestic Dawn. Now this card is currently sitting at about $120, and it was $140 3 months ago. There's just not a lot of sales activity for this card, and that's one of the reasons why it had a massive drop, because someone sold a copy that was not in the best condition, and that actually pushed the price down on TCG Player because there's just not a lot of listings here. There's just not a lot of copies available. Like how many? There's only 5 listings right now, and as you can see, none of them are near mint. It's lightly played, moderately played, heavily played, and even damaged. So this card has actually decreased in price because of that at about 14%. Next card I wanted to show you guys is Dialga Level X from Great Encounters. Now this card has actually went up in price. 3 months ago in May it was $83.50, then it's actually popped up all the way to $100 for its market price, making an increase of 14.8%. Next card I wanted to show you guys here is Honchkrow Level X from Secret Wonders. This card has also went up in price. 3 months ago, it was sitting at $26.22, and it's risen all the way up to its all-time high in the last 3 months of $27.44, and then now is back at about $27.30, making this card increase 4.1% over the past 3 months. The last Level X card I wanted to show you guys is the most expensive Level X from Diamond and Pearl. Now this is Torterra Level X. This card has actually went down in price. Not the most popular Pokemon, and unfortunately popularity does actually affect a lot of the price points on these cards. And this card was sitting at $61.70 3 months ago in May, and it's dropped all the way down to $49.07, making it a 20% decrease in price. Probably the most dramatic out of all the decreases that we've seen in the Level X cards, but one of the main reasons why is because, as you can see here, when you are selling copies that are not near mint, it's going to affect the price point of these cards. That's just the way TCG Player actually calculates the prices in the marketplace. So when you're looking at older cards, take that into consideration. It's not always going to be the most accurate, but it is still a really good indicator of where a card is going to be sitting at. Newer cards tend to be a lot more mint, so the prices are a little bit more accurate when you're looking at the market trying to figure out what the actual price point for a card is. Now, as you can see here, there is only 6 listings, and none of them are near mint. You have a damaged hollow foil, you have another one that's $13, heavily played for $22, moderately played for $20.48, $37.90 for heavily played, $40 for lightly played. And remember, this is all up to the seller, right? They can see a card and then maybe they're not the best graders, maybe they're not like PSA or Beckett, and they might consider something to be lightly played, but you might consider it near mint. So something to consider when you're out there hunting for Pokemon cards. Anyways, guys, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's not the typical video I like to do. I like to do opening videos, but sometimes they're just costly, and I like to break things up a bit. From now moving on, I will probably do these maybe once or twice a month at the very most. Probably twice a month is the more likely number out of all of this. But let me know what you think about these videos down below in the comment section. I would love to hear your feedback down below. And with that being said, guys, see you in the next video.